With the skyline in front of us, a look at Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the Philadelphia Phillies. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Chris Acho is ready to go as he's on the mound for the Phils. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, Matty, he's having a fantastic year with an ERA of under 2. He's going to have to pitch real well in this one to keep that ERA as minuscule as it is.
Darren Ruff is going to come on as a defensive replacement now as he takes over at first base.
Number 19.
Tommy La Stella makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Leading off for the Cubs, third baseman, Tommy La Stella.
And the first pitch of the afternoon is taken for ball one as we get underway in Philadelphia. Eric, these Phillies, as they begin play here today, they come in playing well. 6-3 over the last 9 ball games, including a victory last time out.
And after the loss in the opener of the series, that was a much-needed win yesterday. So they can look to win this series and take 2 out of 3 if they can just take care of business here.
And able to lay off the fastball away here. 2-1 now. Forecast high calls for 80 degrees, but we're at 76 here at opening pitch. The 2-1 on its way. And a little off to begin the afternoon as it's to 3-1 now. Javier Baez will be next. And, might have thought it was high, but it's a strike. 3-2 now. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Holt is up with it. A quick out number 1. With that, a look at the Cubbies starting lineup. Eric, who stands out to you?
Well, of course, you have to like what Anthony Rizzo brings to this offense. He's been a really tough out this year, bringing an on-base percentage over 400 into the game, so I have a feeling he could be a key player in this one when it's all said and done.
Javier Baez will stand in now following that 7-pitch at-bat to begin the ballgame.
If he was smart, he would have gotten a pretty good look at all 7 of those pitches from that on-deck circle.
Into the windup and the pitch. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
2 tough sliders there back to back, and he couldn't get him to bite on either. Now he might have to change tack here, down 2-0.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Well, he just threw that fastball by him.
100 miles an hour is hard. A high 100, impossible to get on top of.
Just getting started here in Philly. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Oh, that's the last thing you want to do is put a guy on base right before you've got to face a great slugger at the plate. That ain't going to make things easier.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in, and as we give you a look at his splits versus right and left, he's had the better of right-handers, that's for sure. Throw over over to the bag, and the runner will get back standing. Perhaps wisely, another look to first, keeping tabs on him.
Definitely has his attention.
And that's taken for strike one.
That's what you need to do after a hit by pitch. Get right back on that horse and fire a fastball in there.
Here's a look over to first. Throw in the dirt to first, and he can't come up with it cleanly. And he falls behind 0-2. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
Don't expect him to forget throwing inside. Even after the hit by pitch, he just won't start giving in to guys out there.
Throw over to first. Back in standing. Runners on first with one down. Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
Whether this is intentional or not, you're not going to be long for this game if you hit back-to-back guys. Umpires, they tend to have a quick hook after that.
Here's the catcher now, Miguel Montero, as he'll take a look at ball one.
Well, this is the kind of situation where they came up short last night. They had opportunities, but they could never really cash them in, so you can bet they'd love to get something going on the board early here.
Runners are at first and second with one away. Fastball misses away here. It's 2-0.
He's still got a couple pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. You got to take a step back, take a deep breath, and get back in the zone.
Gets the call on the changeup there, 2-1.
That might take the anxiety away for the moment, but he's going to need a couple more here to prove to himself that he's not losing it.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. 8th home run on the season for him. And the Cubs have taken a 3-0 lead.
You just can't throw that pitch right there. That swing tells a story right there. I mean, he got all of that one. Remember, he homered in yesterday's ball game too, so he's riding a pretty good hot streak these past couple of days.
Starlin Castro settles in for his first at-bat, and he'll be looking to break out in this one, not having much success at the plate over the last week and a half. First pitch of the at-bat. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Outside for a ball, 1-1.
And he's tracking that all the way across the plate, but that had too much sweep to it for him to think of swinging.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at how the Phils will set up on D. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, their starter has a ton of strikeouts, among the league leaders. That sometimes leads to some complacency out in the field. They're going to have to stay on their toes, be ready, because they will be involved.
Chris Coughlin will get his first shot here. Couple of hits in 4 trips last night.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Well, he's really had to work hard here in this first inning. And you got to wonder, how much is that going to take out of him?
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball.
And you're going to see the location of this pitch on show track. It's actually in a great spot. A couple inches off that inside corner. Normally, you'd think all a guy could do is chop that and foul it, but he gets those hands through very quickly, and he just yanks it.
Junior Lake standing in as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1.
Nothing going right for him early on. It almost looks like he's trying to aim everything, and it's just not happening so far.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. Can't connect there on the breaking ball. 1-1.
And you kind of wonder if he's learned anything out there. There's another pitch right down the middle. I think he's lucky that that one didn't get hit a long way.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a ball pulled hard down the line in left. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon. And no shot there for Stubbs. He's in there at third.
Well, you can say one thing for sure. They are swinging it like they mean it. That's 3 hits already in the first inning, and this one goes for 2 bases. They're having no trouble at all seeing this guy so far.
Arismendi Alcantara will stand in now with 3 home in the inning already, and 2 more ducks out there at second and third.
And a chance to really put up a crooked number here with just a simple base hit.
Pulled toward right center field. Revere is after it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. But the Cubs do get 3 on the 3-run home run. On to the bottom of the first at Citizens Bank Park. It's 3-0 Chicago. Felix Doubront gets the assignment for the rubber match in this series. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, in his last start, he ended up taking the loss, and really, he only threw 4 innings, so probably didn't deserve anything better than that. He'll look to go deeper in this one.
Ben Revere comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Phillies, center fielder, Ben Revere.
And a high strike there, 0-1. EK, one of your old ball clubs, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon, they come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
After the loss last time out, that sets up a rubber match here in the finale, so I'm expecting this to be the best game of the 3.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. And this is popped high in the air back behind short. Castro is there for it, and that's the first out of the inning. A moment now to check out the hometown Phillies starting lineup. Steve, how do they send these fans home happy here today?
Well, all they have to do is keep doing what they're doing. This team has a very high average, continuing to hit well as a team, and they'll continue to win games.
Drew Stubbs will stand in, back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday. Curveball is nowhere close, and it's 1-0. And set up behind the dish is Gary Simmons, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Well, some call Simmons a pitcher's umpire because he's been known to have a wide zone at times, but I think he evens it out, to be honest with you. Pretty fair overall.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
Yeah, and in a good hitter's park like this one, it's going to be even more important than usual to keep that fastball down. That's right where he's got to be living.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Alcantara is there. 2 gone. And with that, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, they have a man on the mound, high ERA. That usually means there's a lot of hard hit balls. So this defense, they're going to have to be ready with that leather out there.
Michael Franco will dig in. Currently 5th in the National League in batting to begin play.
And that is huge for him, too. This is a contract year for him, so he'd love to take those great numbers straight to the negotiating table.
Here comes the first pitch. Into the seats, 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. Hit to third. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. Still down 3-0. Felix Dubron makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. And he misses with it. 1-1. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
He might have thought he'd be getting another dose of that curveball because he was way behind that one.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Ready to deliver the 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Yeah, looked like he hit the target. That's a tough pitch to lay off, but he made it pan out.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Well, and the one silver lining to that tough first inning, at least he gets the pitcher to start the second, so he's able to get this inning off on the right foot.
Tommy La Stella will get a second shot now. He grounded out to start the ball game.
Yeah, but it's still a pretty good leadoff at bat because he made him throw a lot of pitches.
First pitch on its way. And a breaking ball backs him out of the way. 1-0 the count. 1 out, nobody on. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Here it comes on 1-1. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2. And tough fastball to lay off on 1-2, but he did, and it's 2-2 now.
Boy, that's a good take there. I don't think I could have laid off that one.
Set to deal on 2-2. Hit to short. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The batter, number 9, second baseman, Javier Baez.
Settling in now, Javier Baez. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat.
Yeah, I wonder if he rubbed it.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Well, much better here in the second inning. To me, he looked a little bit tentative early on. It's starting to look like he's finding the rhythm now.
Now this is up and in, and I don't think he likes that location much. It's ball 1. It looked like he was giving him the evil eye down there, and I can't say I blame him.
Yeah, well, he's already been plunked once, and I don't think he's going to stand for too much more of that.
That's right there at the belt. 1-2 now. Ready on 1-2. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. But they're on top by a count of 3-0. Brandon Jordan will get his first shot here, and he certainly had it working so far this season. Up over 350 entering play.
Well, it's still early in this season, but if he keeps this up, he's going to be looking to get paid in the offseason. His contract is up after this year.
Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1.
Well, you got to figure that this guy's going to come out here free and easy here in the second. He's got a 3-run cushion already. No reason not to come right after these guys.
Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air, and he's set down 1 away.
Batting fifth, third baseman, Adrian.
And this is something we'll see a lot with that cut fastball. Here it is again in show motion. When you hit a ball right below the label, you're going to get this 9 times out of 10.
Adrian Beltre strides forward with a hot bat in his hands. Great numbers over the past few games. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1.
You know, on May 15th, 2015, Adrian Beltre became the 52nd player in MLB history to hit 400 home runs. He's in some pretty remarkable company.
Late, ranging back. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
Batting sixth, catcher, Salvador Perez.
Salvador Perez gets his first chance here, looking to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. First delivery to him on the way. Smoked on the ground left side, and just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
And after setting down the first 5 to start the afternoon, he finally gives up his first hit here with 2 outs in the second. And that's important, because you don't want to let a guy coast through these early innings. You want to mount at least a little bit of pressure out there.
Brock Holt will get his first shot now, and he's seen that average climb a bit here recently thanks to what he's done over the course of these last 5 ball games. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Oh, and he had him guessing there, and it's a ball and a strike.
Well, I just don't think he was expecting that one, and it was the perfect time to just take a little off.
Hit out towards second. There's Baez. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Phillies strand 1. They trail in this one 3-0. The city's founder, William Penn, seen there at Top City Hall here in Philadelphia, as we welcome you back to baseball on the show. Anthony Rizzo is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
Anthony Rizzo.
Oh, might not have been where he was hoping to put that pitch, but he somehow gets a swing on it anyway. Strike 1.
And that may be the pitch that he'll remember from this at-bat. When he's hot, he doesn't miss that.
Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
And you'd be in trouble at the plate if you fell behind 0-2 against this guy, so he's fortunate to hold up in time.
Ripped down the first base line. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
As we look at that again, you know, this is not a bad pitch by any stretch. If he throws this pitch 10 times, I bet he gets him out 9 of them. But here you just have to tip your cap to the guy at the plate.
Here's the catcher now, Miguel Montero, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. There's a belt-high strike to even the count at 1-1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. This is skied into short left center. Calling for it, Stubbs. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
The batter, number 13, shortstop, Starlin Castro.
Striding into the box, Starlin Castro. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
From the stretch. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
That's not really a bad take that time. You've got a guy out there on the mound that's had his hands full already, so you've got to make him prove that he can find the zone.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And that curveball still hasn't shown up yet. It's normally a real good pitch for him, but it hasn't served him well at all so far.
Fastball taken inside for a ball. 2-1 now.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. That was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
And the pitch on 2-1.
That's ball 3.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. A lot of deep counts for these guys early on.
And the more the better as far as they're concerned. They'd like to get him out of here as quick as they can.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. There's the good fastball, and he can't catch up. 3-2.
Well, this is turning into a real dogfight now.
Trying to strike him out for the second time. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
And you know, as a hitter, with the runner at first and 1 out, I think I'm going to see something down in the zone because I know they want me to hit into a double play. Instead, they go ahead and they challenge him up, and I don't think he was expecting that.
Stepping in now, Chris Coughlin. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
Well, we've mentioned it already, but look at the pitch count here in the 3rd inning. He's almost completely out of gas already.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
And it looks like he's rebounded pretty well from that rough inning a couple innings back. He put up a 0 last time, and he's close to doing it again.
A runner on first with 2 away. And this one's in the dirt. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch.
And although this does move a runner into scoring position now with 2 outs, it does afford you the opportunity to pick who you'd rather pitch to. They do have a better matchup now versus the guy on deck. So the option is there to put this guy on and then take their chances with the next guy in the order.
In there, and it's even now, 2-2.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Darren Ruff will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively.
Oh, I'll tell you, no hitter wants to go through a streak like this. Already the numbers don't look very good, and now he's hitless in his last 10.
8, 9, and 1 to start the inning as the first pitch misses for ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
And this is what you got to do up there, Steve. You got to wait him out.
Yeah, and if you can lay off the off-speed stuff, that's when you're going to get your fastball to hit.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
Set to deliver on 2-1. Very weakly on the ground. That's a foul ball. And the fastball misses high and away there. It's full, 3-2.
You can bet they'd love a ball 4 here. Well, that would let this guy have a shot to bunt him over.
Shot towards second, but an atom ball right to him for the first out.
Oh, you can feel for him, too, because you know exactly what's going through his mind right there. You can't believe it. You know when you're going good at the plate, all the little flares and bleeders, they all start going your way and they fall in. But when you're scuffling like he has, even the Rockets find a glove.
Into the box now, Chris Acho. As he'll take a look at the pitch too low, it's ball one. One out, nobody on. Fastball in there for a strike. 92 on the radar gun that time. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
This guy is almost no threat up at the plate. I mean, you could get away with fastballs right down the middle if you wanted to.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
Boy, you have got to make this guy swing the bat here on this next pitch. This is not the guy you want to lose.
And he misses here, ball 4. And somehow he manages to walk his opposite number. Wow.
The center fielder, number 2.
Ben Revere will step forward now following the walk as he'll hit with a definite speed threat at first and 1 away.
You can bet he's going to see some fastballs in this at-bat. I'd be looking dead red.
He's set. Here it comes. And too high with the cut fastball. It's 1-0 now. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. Not in time as he steals second.
If you're a stolen base kind of guy, most of your stolen bases are in the pitcher, not the catcher. But this was a slide step that he used right here, and he still stole the base. I think you got to blame the catcher for this one.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. Grounded to the right. Baez fields it cleanly. On to first, and there were 2 down.
These days in this game, we talk so much about situational hitting. Hit behind the runners, move guys up. But with 1 out, you got to try to drive that guy in. That was a really unproductive out, even though the guy moves to third.
Into the box, Drew Stubbs. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Smoke toward third. And he whips on it as this ball's right under his glove. In to score is the runner from third. It's now a 3-1 ball game.
Now batting, shortstop,
Michael Franco steps in to try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single.
And that's a nice job right there to drive in the run by the last guy. And it can definitely fire up a team when someone comes through big time with 2 outs.
And a dive, but he's back in. And another snap throw to the bag, keeping particularly close tabs on him. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Lifted in the air to center field. Alcantara has it in his tracks, and that retires the side. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh, my goodness. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Junior Lake is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
right fielder, Junior Lake.
First offering on its way. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. That missed. Close. It's ball 2.
And after that double in his first at-bat, you can tell they're approaching him with a bit more caution here. As well they should.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now.
And that questionable call on the previous pitch, it really changes the at-bat because he doesn't want to just lay one in there on 2-0. Now it's 3-0, and the tide is not working in his favor.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
And at the plate, he might have been told, look, you're taken until you get a strike. Not a bad idea.
And the count will be full. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, and they'll come all the way back from 3-0 to punch him out. 1 away.
Yeah, he did a great job of battling back from being down 3-0 to start the inning. You know, things weren't looking all that good, but he didn't panic. He trusted his stuff, and he comes right back with 3 good pitches to get the strikeout.
Here's Arizmendi Alcantara. As the first pitch to him is lifted out in the air out towards shallow right field. He'll take this in without much trouble, and 2 are gone here to start the 4th.
The pitcher, number 22, Felix Dubron.
Felix Dubron is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometime.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And I think now you're starting to get the sense that he's put that first inning behind him, and he looks a lot more comfortable out there now.
Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. 3 runs, 4 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. On the ground to the left side. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
And it's just the 4th inning here, but he's already given up more hits in this one than he did in his entire previous outing. Whatever he had going on last time out, it ain't happening here.
Tommy La Stella will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. You've got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep him rolling over.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Nope. Ball 1.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. High in the air out to center field. Revere is under it, and that's the 3rd out. 1 left for the Cubs, but they hang on to a 3-1 lead. Leading off the inning, Brandon Jordan, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. On a big swing, and he crushes this ball deep. My goodness, a long home run. A solo shot here to left. Number 18 for him on the campaign. And the Phils have cut it to a 3-2 game now.
About the only silver lining to this one from a defensive standpoint is the fact that it came with the bases empty leading off an inning. So you can survive it when this guy's hitting just solo shots. It's when he's doing his damage with 2 or 3 guys on base that things can really get out of hand in a hurry.
Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Alcantara is under it. 1 out.
This is not normally the kind of swing you associate with a good hitter like this. I mean, he's caught reaching for a pitch that he really has no business swinging at, and that becomes a very easy out.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. And there's ball 1.
Ooh, you might have felt the squeeze on that one. That might just change the whole complexion of the at-bat.
And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Now a curveball here, nowhere close. That's in the dirt. It's 3-1.
Well, this is a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a fastball.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full. 3-2.
Yeah, he must have been looking for that same breaking ball because that pitch, it's right there.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our 2 starters. And folks, that is not a misprint. He's been clocked at over 100 miles an hour so far. My goodness. Brock Holt stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he gets ahead with the curveball. Strike 1.
That's such a good pitch to get ahead. Lefty on lefty. It's a big looping curveball. Makes it very difficult for the hitter to try and time what's coming next.
And that one cut a little too much. A ball and a strike. A ball and 2 strikes. The count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
And this has been a pretty good comeback from that leadoff home run. 2 straight outs now and 2 strikes here as well.
1-2 is the cut fastball, but he holds back. 2-2. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
Yeah, and that's not the pitch you want to throw on 2-2. I mean, that was so high, he didn't even have to think about swinging at it.
Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Reaches out for 1 and hits it on the ground to second. Baez has it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. But the Phils draw a bit closer thanks to this solo home run. We played 4. It's the Cubs 3 and the Phillies 2. Javier Baez Heads for the box to start off the
Leading
fifth
off
in
for the
this
Cubs,
one. A couple of righties
second
starting to
baseman,
loosen now in the bullpen.
Baez.
And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
You can tell he's still frustrated after that first called strike. It's still on his mind.
Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
A classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
Hit hard towards second. And they'll start this inning off with a base hit as that one's through.
And you know the hitting coach right now is sitting in that dugout pumping his fist because that's what he's preaching all day, every day. Hit the ball up the middle, hit it hard.
Now to the plate, Anthony Rizzo. He singled his last time up.
Well, and everyone knows he's slumping right now, so we'll see if that got him going.
Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
Yeah, showing no fear there. He put the pitch right at the letters away, but that guy didn't want any part of it.
Fifth inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game. This is pulled into right, and that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. Long throw to third, and they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
Now batting,
Miguel Montero strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Looking to keep this a one-run game. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And he's got to be careful now that some of these borderline calls don't get him started going downhill.
Yeah, and sometimes it's really easy to dwell on those, but you have to keep looking forward. It's not easy, but you've got to do it if you want to have success.
Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And the first baseman can't get there. Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone, 1-2.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95-plus mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And the throw is there to record the first out.
Yeah, and that turns out to be a nice little play there behind the plate. They get the swing through for strike 3, but then he's got to get the out over there at first base and make sure that nobody else advances. And he's able to accomplish both of those tasks.
Starlin Castro will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first 2 times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game, and you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1.
Boy, no fear in that location. He just ramped up and threw it right by him.
Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
This would be a big time to pick up back-to-back strikeouts if you can get it.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Ruff is over, and he tucks it away for the second out.
And you know, you're going to see this a lot with a guy who has a great fastball like he does. This one's on the inner half of the plate, and it's so easy for that bat to just sort of drag through the zone. It's hard to catch up with that thing. And you see right here, he's going to make contact right below the label, and this is just going to turn into an easy, soft liner.
Into the box, Chris Coughlin. As the first pitch here is a bit high, it's ball 1.
Very tempting up there, but that's also a pitch that a lot of guys will pop up. So that's a nice job of laying off.
Runners at second and third with 2 gone. And this is a fastball that's right on the black, but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now.
A couple of tight pitches here to start this at bat. You can't really say you're getting squeezed, but he's not really getting any help either.
Outside, 3-0 now. Junior Lake would be next. And he misses with it for ball 4, so the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
That probably should have been a strike, but 3-0, sometimes you don't get that call. He puts a man on here on the 4-pitch walk.
Junior Lake standing in as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. EK, the starter, creeping up on 100 pitches now, but that number alone doesn't appear to be affecting him too much at all.
Yeah, he still looks sharp. Still, with the way that teams handle pitchers nowadays, I don't think he'll wind up going much further.
A ball and no strikes. Here it is. And he watches a called strike as this one bears in on him. 1-1.
Boy, it's one thing for a reliever to come in out of the pen and throw 100 miles an hour for 15 pitches or so. But he's right up there around the century mark now, and he's still throwing hard.
Taken high and deep to right. Jordan racing back. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one, and the lead is now 7-2.
And on the mound, when he got that second out, you had a feeling maybe he's going to work his way out of this. Well, think again. That's a worst outcome possible right there.
Here comes the Philly skipper on his way out toward the mound, and it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart here in the 5th after working just 4 2/3, and he's on the hook for the L unless this one turns around. Chad Billingsley is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here.
Billingsley.
Arismendi Alcantara will be the first one to face him here, as he'll somehow try to stop the bleeding after the grand slam knocked the previous guy out of the mix.
Yeah, that's not exactly the way you want to exit a game on the mound.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. Here's the pitch. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
Yeah, and on 1-2, when you know the guy at the plate needs to protect, that's a great spot for that curveball. A lot of guys, they would have gone fishing for that.
Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Jordan will wait on it, and he will put it away to retire the side. But the damage is already done as the Cubs plate 4 on this grand slam home run. Middle of the afternoon here in the city of brotherly love. It's the Cubs 7 and the Phillies 2. Leading off the inning, Darren Ruff. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game. So just chip away, chip away.
Now the pitch. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
And it's quickly 0-2. Shoots this one to first. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
Well, that's a base hit he desperately needed. He's seen that batting average fall under the Mendoza line, so he's in danger of losing playing time if he doesn't get his act together.
Freddie Galvis is out into the on-deck circle now, so that would appear to mean the end for Chad Billingsley.
Freddie Galvis.
Cut fastball taken for strike 1. The early hit total, about what you'd expect in a score line such as this. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. One and one, here it comes. Ripped on the ground to first. And a sliding attempt at first, but this sneaks by him, a base hit.
Now after the big inning your ball club just put together, you can't let them respond with a big inning of their own. But here they are with 2 on now and trying to answer right back.
Ben Revere will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Inside with the fastball, it's 1-0.
And this is a big spot right here. You've got to get something out of this, even if it's just a run or two.
Here comes the 1-0. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Maybe that's off the black just a little bit, but when you're around the plate as much as he's been, you're going to find that you're going to get a few calls like that.
Hard hit ball to second. Well, this is hauled in by the second baseman.
Now, story of the ball game right there, and that's how it goes sometimes in baseball. The hard hit balls find gloves, and the little dribblers find holes.
Here's Drew Stubbs now, as he will swing and miss on a fastball on the outer half. It's strike 1.
And if you're going to go after that pitch, you've got to be thinking right field. I think he just pulled off of that one a little.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
And this has been a common problem for all of these guys. They just can't lay off that pitch down and away.
0-2 count, and the pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
Well, it's really not too hard to figure out what the game plan is on a guy like this. You cannot give him anything up around the belt that he can drive. So you're going to see that all 4 pitches are either mid-thigh or below, and that's right about where you're going to want to be pitching against a guy like this.
Standing in now, Michael Franco, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. One 0 count. Here it is. That evens it up 1-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
Things were looking pretty good for him when they got the first 2 men of the inning to reach, but it's all gone downhill since then.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Right side hit hard. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. And they'll quickly get it in here to hold that runner at third base.
3 hits now in the inning. He's pretty fortunate this one doesn't score a run, and that's going to load the bases now with 2 away. So it might take a 4th hit here to put something on the board.
Brandon Jordan will get a shot here in a bases-loaded situation, and you'd have to say they've got the right man for the job up here.
Yeah, the team leader in RBIs. He's got a shot to push that lead out even further if he could come through here.
He's ready now. The pitch. Chopped foul over towards the dugout. 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a ground ball, and this should get him out of it. Throw on to first is in time, and the Phillies are turned away. They get nothing out of this situation as the inning is over. Phillies leave them loaded. They're down 5. It's 7-2. Justin DeFreitas will get the call here as he'll start the 6th inning on the mound.
Justin DeFreitas.
Felix Dubron comes to the plate now, likely due to the large cushion he has to work with on the scoreboard.
Yeah, he's got that big lead and a chance to get deeper into this ball game, but he needs to make sure he stays focused because sometimes that competitive edge can dwindle on you a little bit when you think you're just cruising.
And that's in there for a strike. A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball. 93, 94. That's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. And he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first down.
Well, if you break a guy's bat, you've almost always made a great pitch, but Here, he might have gotten a little more than he bargained for as this ball's back at him. But he's able to focus on the task at hand and makes a nice play.
Here's Tommy La Stella now. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball one. Bases are empty, one man out. Hot shot on the ground is short. Franco has it. In time to first, and there are two away.
And this is music to a manager's ears here. After he watched his club give up 4 runs in an inning ago, this guy's come in and gotten 2 quick outs to start the next inning.
Javier Baez steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
And when he's got that slider working the way he wants it, it can be such a weapon for him.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Ruff has got it, and the side is retired. Cubs are down in order. They're on top 7-2. Leading off the inning, Adrian Beltre. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Third baseman, Adrian Beltre.
Now the pitch. Curveball taken outside to begin the at-bat. Ball one. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
And he'll take this one as well. It's now 2-0 to the Philly third baseman.
And this is where a guy who's been around a long time knows, hey, we're not going to make up the difference with just one swing. It's going to take base runners. So that's a good job of being really patient at the plate.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
And all of a sudden, he's looking a little jittery out there to start the 6th.
And he gets this fastball over. Back to 3-1 now. Shot down the line. Oh, look at La Stella. Got him.
Woo, no problem.
The catcher, number 13.
On a ball hit like that, if you're the pitcher, you're thinking, oh, base hit. But not this time. What tremendous defense out there. Great diving stop. Makes the play and gets the out. And the pitcher acknowledges it, and he's happy about it.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. Hit hard up the middle. And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
Now batting.
Check this out on Showtrack. It's not a bad first pitch. It's down. It's on the outside part of the plate. Hey, if you can get guys to swing at that, you're going to have a lot of success. Just didn't work out here.
Here's Brock Holt now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Runners on first with one down. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Coughlin is after it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Well, you know, he had the right idea up there, so at least you know he's thinking. He tried to go the other way with this ball, but he got under it just a little bit, and it's an easy play out there in left field.
Darren Ruff digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. Now a fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0.
You know, maybe the most impressive thing about his performance so far, he's doing it all in a hitter's ballpark. But it's hard to come in here and pitch like this, but he's done a heck of a job.
That's by him for strike 1.
And we all know that this guy doesn't really have the velocity to get it past a whole lot of major league hitters. So he's got to rely on that location, in and out, up and down, and that was perfect right there.
2 out with the man at first. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball there is down. Good job of laying off. It's back to 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit.
They continue to rack up the hits. That puts runners on first and second now. But, as we always say, it's what you do with all those base runners that's important. And so far, they haven't done a whole lot. Just take a look at our score.
Jeff Mathis will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Jeff Mathis.
Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. Now a swing and a ball lofted down the right field line and fairly deep. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Phillies leave a couple. They're down 5. It's 7-2. Welcome back to Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia. Getting set for the 7th now with the Cubs out in front. And before the inning gets underway, let's get a look at our game summary to this point. Lewis Coleman is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
31, Lewis Coleman.
Anthony Rizzo digs in. He reached on a single and would later wind up scoring in his last at-bat.
Anthony Rizzo.
Now here's a slider that can't quite get back to the outside corner. It's ball 1.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And a good heater as he just watches this baby. A ball and a strike.
Yeah, there's a good one right there. Right over the top. And just fire that thing in there.
Now a left-hander up and throwing in that Philly bullpen. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Now batting, catcher
Miguel Montero will stand in, and as he does, we'll flash you back to the first inning of the ball game. A 3-run shot had him off and running right out of the gate. Montero waits. Now the pitch. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
That's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone. All that can do is tie you up.
And he misses again. 2-0. Here he comes on 2-0. And he watches this one in there for a high strike. He's fallen behind now. 3-1. There's Starlin Castro. He'll follow next. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire, so it's ball 4.
The batter, number 13,
Well,
shortstop.
let's see it again in show motion.
Castro.
I don't know. That's awfully close. He might have got away with one there.
Here's Starlin Castro as he swings on the first pitch and lifts a fly ball out to center. Revere has a beat on it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
And you know, he's kind of going through a stretch right now where the ball just isn't jumping off his bat. He's got a good pitch to hit right here. Looked like he put a good swing on it, but it just didn't go anywhere.
Chris Coughlin steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. From the belt, kicks and deals. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. And another foul ball. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. Lake making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. And that misses 2-2.
Such a tough pitch to lay off there. The two-seamer working away with 2 strikes, but he lets it go. Maybe just because he knew he couldn't hit it.
2-2 count. Here it comes. Hit hard towards center. In there, a base hit.
Yeah, and you know, he just couldn't put him away here with 2 strikes. He goes to the fastball, hoping to get out of the inning, but this is hit pretty hard, and now he's got a second man on base to deal with, 2 away.
Junior Lake will come up now in yet another big RBI opportunity.
And he's got 4 already, and he's got a chance to make this a game to remember.
And a high strike there, 0-1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Cubs strand a couple. They're on top 7-2. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Darryl Chavez will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home seventh.
Spot, number 32, Darryl Chavez. Now playing right field and batting in the ninth spot.
Ben Revere will stand in. They've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, guys, not really providing the spark that they usually hope to get out of him. Maybe he can make something happen right here.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Just missing here, 2-0.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
Two and 1 after the foul ball there. Now a fastball as he has to lean out of the way there.
And if there's one thing base stealers don't like, it's when you throw at their legs. Now that's their meal ticket you're messing with.
Ready on 3-1. Here's the pitch. Hit out of play, and it's a full count now. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way. And, oh, he can't knock this one down as it zips right by him into left.
Yeah, a hot shot that time and a tough read down there at third base. He just couldn't get the leather on it.
Drew Stubbs will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
When you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning, the further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
He's set, and the pitch. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
All right, leadoff man on first. Here's where you got to start clawing your way back into this ball game. It's not too late, but it needs to start happening soon.
Now the 0-1. In the dirt. And they got him. Boy, his feet were stuck in the mud there. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Alcantara will range to his left and put it away. 2 down.
And with the big lead, he can afford to take a few chances with that fastball. And here, this one works out for him because this is nothing more than an easy fly ball.
In now, Michael Franco. Here's a ball popped straight up, but playable for Montero behind the plate. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Down quickly go the Phillies. They're down 5. It's 7-2. Jake Diekman will come on in relief here and appear in game number 25 on the year so far. Arismendi Alcantara will be the first one to greet him, as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
When you're 0 for 3 in a game already, I think you're really happy to see a new pitcher in this ballgame. Maybe something will change for him.
On to the 8th here as a slider is taken to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1. Fastball, and that thing got up there at 95 miles an hour, a ball and a strike.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
1-1, here it is. Belted high and deep into right center. Revere going back, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And he will make it there to start the 8th. It's a leadoff double.
Well, I got to tell you, that's not the way you're hoping to make an entrance into this ball game. First batter he faces, and bang. This ball just about leaves the yard, winds up hitting off the outfield wall, and now he's going to have to deal with a runner on second base.
In is Jorge Soler, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. No one out with a runner at second. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. And now the runner's trying for third. Pitches a cold strike. The throw not nearly in time as he takes third easily. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's an 8-2 game.
When you're already losing, the one thing you can't do is give away more runs. I mean, you're already in the hole. The last thing you want to do is keep digging, but that's what's happening right here. Things are going from bad to worse now.
Bases are empty here, nobody out. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. High and deep to straightaway right. Jordan ranging back, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Again, same thing. You've just got to love the approach of these guys. These hitters are staying on the baseball and going the other way. And he hits this ball a ton. And I think he can't believe that this one didn't get out of here like some of the others did.
Here's Tommy La Stella now. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. The 1-2. Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. A runner at second, nobody out. Line drive to left. And that's in there. Base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Well, they haven't really needed him so far, but finally comes through here to wipe out that offer in his fifth try.
Javier Baez will bat now. He popped out in foul ground last time.
Yeah, his swing definitely broke down a little bit last time. He got way underneath the ball. It'll be interesting to see if he can make that adjustment and stay on top of the ball here.
Sinker to open the AB in there for strike one.
Yeah, he needed that one. Something to give him a little bit of confidence.
Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike. Would you say he's not really finishing his pitches at this point?
That's a good way to put it. It looks like he's aiming a little too much, and that's not working for him.
He's set. Now the pitch. 1-2.
Yeah, that's just the same pitch 3 times in a row. I guess he figures, why mess with success when you get it to 1-2?
Line to the right side. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. Now a 9-2 ball game.
Well, if you want to point fingers at who's to blame for this disaster, you're going to need both hands. In the pitching, the batting, the defense, the execution. Just draw a line through this one. This one's been an absolute disaster.
Marco Estrada will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger.
Estrada.
Anthony Rizzo will be his first test out of the bullpen, and it'll be a tough test indeed as he'll face him with 2 on and nobody out here. Now some action in the Phillies bullpen as a right-hander begins to crank it up out there. Cut fastball in there for a called strike. First and second here with nobody out. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Too high. 1-2.
Still now on 1-2, you don't have to make the perfect pitch out there. The count is still well in your favor on the mound.
And this is swung on and missed, and boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away.
Oh, good pitch right there for the punch-out. He tried the fastball on the last pitch, but he comes back with a little wrinkle on 1 and 2, and it works out for him.
Here's the catcher now, Miguel Montero. And no swing, apparently, ball 1.
Yeah, and coming right off of that strikeout, he's got to be thinking he should be ahead of this next guy. That's a tough way to fall behind.
First and second now, 1 man out. Ground ball right side. Speared on the dive. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So 2 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, and a runner left on. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Cubbies are in front, 9-2. Pedro Strop will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here.
Pedro Strop.
Brandon Jordan gets another shot, and if you remember, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th.
Brandon Jordan.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control, 0-2. A chance here at least for this guy to get some work in what should be a fairly low-stress appearance.
Yeah, but it seems like these outings are where you relax a little bit too much, you give up 3 runs, and then watch your ERA climb by another point. You'll need to guard against that.
Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. Skied into straightaway right. Soler is there. He's got it 1 away.
The third baseman.
Some good pitching, some good hitting. It all adds up to a 9-2 ball game as you get a look there at the inning-by-inning recap of our game to this point. Ready now, Adrian Beltre. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. 1 out, nobody on. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Well, and he's got a great splitter. You're talking 88 miles an hour. You think you can hit it, but it just disappears on you.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Squared that one up just a little late. Here it comes on 0-2. And Beltre wisely lays off that one. 1-2.
Well, you know, when you're behind in a count like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now.
Well, this bullpen's picking right up where their starter left off. This has been a real team effort on the mound so far.
Salvador Perez will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
Now here's the pitch. Fastball too high to start him out here. 1-0. That's wide. 2-0. Three and 0 now.
3-0.
He's set and a 3-0 offering. Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now.
Yeah, a much better pitch there than the one he threw on 2-0.
Three and 1. Here it is. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. And this one misses inside a ball he walked in, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
The batter, second baseman,
Brock Holt will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk.
Yeah, nothing going on earlier in this inning, but a chance to make some noise right here. Those kind of walks often seem to come back and bite guys somehow.
And he lays off there. 1-0.
Yeah, he didn't seem to do him any favors with the previous batter, and now here's another call that goes against him on the mound.
1-0 delivery. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1. A runner on first with 2 away. On the ground to the right side. Rizzo is there. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. We'll see the exciting young shortstop Starlin Castro lead things off when we return. 9th inning coming up. Cubs lead it 9-2. And there is the aforementioned Mr. Castro. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. The pitch. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. And a dive out there in left center, but he can't come up with it.
Yeah, and this is just a cut fastball that he's trying to go backdoor with, but he didn't do what he wanted to do with the pitch. It's right out over the heart of the plate, and that's almost like batting practice to a major league hitter. He's not going to miss that one too often. And sure enough, he drills this one for 2 bases.
Stepping in now, Chris Coughlin, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind. 0-2. The 0-2 delivery. Tried to work it back to that low inside corner, but it misses. 1-2. No one out with a runner at second. Swing and a liner, but foul. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Well, be careful not to airmail that thing over your catcher's head. You got to make sure you don't overthrow it.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Kind of hard to think that he wouldn't have had an idea that a fastball might be coming here, but judging by his reaction, I should say lack of reaction, I guess not.
Jonathan Herrera will get a chance with a runner in scoring position here as he'll pinch hit now with 1 away.
Herrera.
Called a strike on the outer half. 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count. 0-2.
Oh, tough pitches here, back to back. And now he's not going to give him anything good with a runner at second base.
And a good 2-strike pitch, but he misses high. 1-2. 1 out and a runner on second base. Bottom dropped out on him, and that's a strikeout. And he throws it away.
Whoa.
Not much more to say here. I mean, this has just been an awful performance from this guy. Top to bottom. They can't hit the ball, they can't catch the ball, and they can't throw the ball. Nothing has gone right. They got to be thinking, this one, it can't end soon enough.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Arismendi Alcantara. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Comes set, now the pitch. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one.
And he's probably not going to throw too many first-pitch changeups. That's a pretty darn good call.
Runners are at second and third with one down. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And if you get him to look at strike one, why not go back to that same pitch in the same part of the strike zone, and they catch him looking again.
He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
Just a tough at-bat right there with runners at second and third and one away, because you got to figure almost anything is going to score a run. You don't pop the ball up or strike out, you're going to score. But here he just gets frozen on a nasty two-strike pitch, and he's going to head back to the dugout empty-handed.
In is Jorge Soler, as he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. On to first, and the Cubs squander what looked like a good opportunity as that ends the inning. Cubs strand a couple, but they hold a 9-2 lead. Neil Ramirez will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here.
Neil Ramirez.
Darren Ruff will stand in now to begin their half of the ninth in a game that was decided long ago.
Yeah, this is mop-up time out there right now. But, hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average, so you can't go up there and just mail it in. You've got to see this through right to the end of the game.
Hit well on the ground to first. Rizzo is there, and he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out.
This isn't always the way you want to play it here. I mean, it's late in the game, your guys are losing. Wouldn't be such a bad idea to take a pitch or two. Instead, he chases after the very first pitch, and it's an easy out.
Chase Darno will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning.
Chase Darno.
Swing and a liner, but this will be foul. And here's a ball hit in the air. Rizzo in foul ground, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
And that's telling of how they've swung the bat. This has just been a punchless offense so far. And this pop-up is pretty indicative of their struggles.
Stepping in, Ben Revere. He's 1 for 4 for the game. Here it comes. And that's in there for strike 1.
Oh, and you wonder if maybe he decided beforehand just to take a pitch up there first. Too bad for him, because that thing was right down Broadway.
2 out, nobody on.
Nope.
There's a fastball, pretty close that time, but ruled a ball, 1-1. Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. And he'll put this one away without much trouble, and the Cubs have taken the rubber match of this three-game set as this ball game is over.
What a great performance up and down this lineup as they just cruise home to an easy 7-run victory.
Well, this one pretty much over before it started as we give you a final look at the line score here in what turned out to be a blowout victory. And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run, which really led his guys to this victory.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Caro, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Cubs win this one 9-2. So long from Philly.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 9 runs, 14 hits, no errors. They left 10 men on base. For Philadelphia, 2 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. They left 8 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 25 minutes. A reminder that extra post-game SEPTA trains on the Orange Broad Street line are available at the Patterson Avenue station, and extra C buses are available directly outside the stadium.